What's up, my Finna loves? It's Miss Finna D coming to you all from VNet Team and News. Well, Married to Medicine is back. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the things that I did not talk about in that extended trailer video that I just did. Yes, I did one before the episode because I was just thinking, you know what? There's so much stuff going on in the season. You know, we're going to see all of this throughout the season. But that was actually a trailer and a preview from the episode that we saw last night. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about things that I did not talk about in that video. And then when I get to the part where I'm discussing, Mariah and Heavenly's situation, I'm just going to insert what I already said. So the whole situation with Quad and Dr. G, no surprise there. They already talked about it on the reunion. And I think he kind of knew the girl was going to go out with her story. So it was like, let me just go ahead and say my piece and be ahead of this narrative and go from there, But they already talked about it. Quad and Dr. G, there's been so much tears and just the toxic situation that the more tears and her sitting in the mirror and talking to herself, and that was beautiful. Basically just looking in the mirror, encouraging yourself, I'm strong and all of those things. That was powerful. But there's no surprise that they're sleeping in separate beds. There's no surprise that she's about to move out. There's no shocker there. And I'm happy that it's over because no one should live like that. I'm also very happy that they did not bring children into that toxic situation. So if there's anything I applaud Quad for, I applaud her for constantly saying, I'm not bringing children into this toxic situation. So kudos to you, girl. Then the whole going around and everybody talking about it. There's no shocker that Dr. Contessa and her husband talking about, we doctors and, it's not really true to the private area and the side. Let me just move on. But, one of the things that I have said in almost every video, when I also brought up Lisa Nicole, I said constantly that had there not been pictures on the blogs, okay, and if the lady did not speak up, she never did, but had there not been pictures, like the Jackie would have been walking around here with her relationship and her marriage on a pedestal, okay, judging everybody else and behaving like I'm Dr. Jackie. That would never happen to me. The way how they treated Lisa Nicole, I said it over and over again. The only reason why she spoke on that is because it was in the blogs. And look at what she said. She was honest. She said, no, I would have never said anything because it's embarrassing. Because yes, she's one of the ones that said, basically, look at me, I'm Dr. Jackie. No one would ever try to mess with me. And if they do, I'm out. And she's with Curtis. So you never know until you are in that situation. Quad and Sister Circle, congratulations. What's very interesting, years ago, I remember a friend of mine sent me a list of work from home jobs. Now, I work for myself 100%. I have businesses outside of YouTube, so to God be the glory. And, you guys know I have 3 degrees all the time, whatever. I work hard for it, so I can talk about it. So before I got, my corporate America jobs, when I was working for other people, I had signed up for this survey thing, right? I never really did it, but I was relaxing one day years ago, and I get this alert in my email, and there's this survey, and I clicked on it, and it's this new show, Sister Circle. This is a pilot. It's when they had that... It was a pilot, and we want you to review this show, watch the pilot, let us know what you think about it, let us know what we can change, what will work for the show, what will not work for the show, and we will pay you. Okay, cool. So I sat there and did the survey and watched the pilot episode, and this was years ago. I said, Quad. I'm like, okay, Quad. And I gave my review, and I told them what I liked, what I didn't like, what will work for the show, and all of that. And I'm so glad to see that, it's on TV. So I was a part of that whole group that, helped to get the show on TV. So cut the check. I'm just kidding, guys. I was paid to do the survey, but it's just cool to see it go from them getting people input on the show years ago to now seeing it on TV. Because I was told, don't post about this, don't talk about it, don't say nothing about it, and I never did talk about it. So congratulations to Quad. It's nice to see her doing her thing. Yeah, but that whole situation, yes, I know people are sending me DMs. Yes, quad is thick, I know. But they're both gonna figure it out. Now the whole story going around, and quad is gonna be crying next week. Now look, when Greg met up with that girl in a hotel room and all of that, wrong. He was still married. But at this point, with Greg having a new girlfriend, woman in his life, moving on and all of that, they are getting a divorce. Okay, quad file for divorce. Now we shall see, depending on when Greg move on. But if you're legally separated and all you're doing is fighting over who bed is this and who mattress and who bed sheet and who pot and who pan, then you can move on. You can move on and date other people because you're legally separated and there are no chances of the two of you reconciling, getting back together. So I don't blame Greg for moving on. It's been years that he and his soon-to-be ex-wife been at each other's throats. The tears, the ups and downs, sleeping in different bedrooms. He's legally separated. And like I said, they are just fighting over property at this point, and that's why the divorce is taking a long time. If you want to hear more about Quad going off and saying that if Greg wants to be single, to make sure he do the work, meaning sign the papers to be single, to do that, go ahead and watch the last video because I talked about more in that video. So let's go ahead and move on. Same old, different day. But like I said, I'm just glad that Mariah is back, in the center of it all. Let's go ahead and have the Contessa. Glad that she's back working. I know you guys were all in my DMs about her hair. She will get it together, girls. She will. Because in the last video, I did say that it looked like they were having a costume party. So I'm going to wait for the episode before I talk about her hair. But her hair had nothing to do with the party. That's just what she chose to wear right now. I get it. You guys was like, okay, we know you're wearing a wig or weave, but it doesn't have to look like that. Like I said, as time progresses, she will figure it out, okay? I'm not here to bash her hair, but I'm glad to see her back at work, even if it's part-time, because sometimes you lose that sense of independence, man, and you start losing yourself, and you start feeling depressed because you're a woman of career and a woman of, I want to go out there and do my own thing. So I'm glad that, once in a while she's taking that escape, and because, some people don't feel important if they're not doing certain things. Like being a mother, that's an amazing job. That's hard work, okay? And you can see what she was struggling. But I'm happy that she's finding a balance, okay? So that's kudos to them. The Heavenly, her husband, her daughter, and her trying to be there for her friends and work things out, but still a shady. Like, I don't call women the B word, but she's still shady, man. Choosing that picture and all of that. I'm glad Mariah called her out. Child. Anyways, for those of you who don't remember, I'm sure most of you remember, Mariah basically had this beautiful image of her on this nice poster on her door at the reunion, okay, last season. And Heavenly went and vandalized her picture by writing on it. Most people were like, okay, come on, Mariah, we understand. You paid for raise your picture, but you got kids, you know what I'm saying, people dying from hunger. You got your friends going through marital issues and you're crying about a poster. It wasn't a poster. Even though it was her poster, her picture, it was deeper than that. It's the fact that she feels like Heavenly does not respect her. Like she's so disrespectful. Not only have she disrespected her constantly by bringing up her mother in arguments, and don't get me wrong, Mariah have said some nasty things, but the fact that Heavenly keeps bringing up her mother, and then for her to completely have no regards for her privacy, her property or anything, and would just walk up and think that I can just draw on whatever and she's not going to do nothing about it, that's where Mariah was coming from, like the level of disrespect, and that's why she cried. I'm going to throw in, and also the principle behind it. To Mariah, Heavenly and other people were looking at, oh, it's just a poster, girl, like, come on. But she was looking at the bigger picture and the principle that this woman think she could just walk up to my property and do whatever, and she's going to just get away with it because no one cares. And then sometimes it becomes deeper for Mariah too. Because sometimes when you are the boss or you are an executive producer on the show and you also played a major role in providing this platform and opportunity for people, sometimes and most of the times those people stay in the back. You do see Shawnee O'Neal on Basketball Wives. She's in it. But my point that I'm trying to make is when you are the boss, sometimes you get in that headspace where it's like, you know that it's because of me you're here, right? As far as on the show, not in life, just on the show. Like, do you know who you're talking to? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that might come in your head, even though it's like, okay, if you don't want to be talked to a certain way or be a part of this, then just allow your name to scroll across the screen as executive producer and take that. Don't be on the show, because sometimes I think Mariah do get in that headspace of, do you know who you're talking to? Like, this is my ish. Like, I'm the reason why you have this platform and you're here, you know? So I think with all of those things in the mix, so that's what happened last season. So now Heavenly trying to pretend like she wants to apologize and right her wrong, and she could have chosen the same picture, right? But of course you got to be shady. Come on, man. So she chose an image that Mariah did not like. She felt like she was at a very low point in her life, and she couldn't believe that Heavenly would do such a thing. So that's why she got upset. Now when Mariah got up, this is my thing, okay? I know men talk, women talk, I get it, okay? And I know sometimes women, girls, whatever you want to say, you know, they might joke around. But I doubted that Mariah is sitting around with Heavenly or anybody else showing or discussing the private area of her husband. Yeah, I don't even have the words. You know, I don't think that's a conversation that these grown women are going around like, yeah, my husband is. And even if someone said it, like my husband is packing, whatever, I don't think they're going to take pictures and show it. And I don't think that guys are sitting in circles either discussing who have a bigger this and a smaller anything. So these words, exact words, left Heavenly mouth a little while ago. She was talking about how and why she snapped and said certain things. And she said, sometimes I don't want to lose an argument. Sometimes I just get angry and I just want to be petty. And I just say things to hit below the belt because in that moment, I just feel like I have to win this argument. And I'm not going to sit around and watch anyone say whatever or walk all over me. That's what Heavenly said. So sometimes she just say things out of her mouth to hit below the belt. And because that comment didn't make any sense, commenting on your married woman, then you're commenting on somebody else's husband area. Like, first of all, how do you know? But anyways, you know how people talk about Dr. Damien, and I've always said that I'm not saying he's perfect because no one is perfect, but I always say that there's something about him behind the scenes and his wife, which is the reason why she basically overcompensated when it comes to the show. You know, she figures, you know what, I don't need them digging into my past or into our personal life. You know, Damon, as long as you keep coming to every event and doing your part as my husband on the show, I would just go out there and, you know, sacrifice my reputation of who I am and just go crazy. And I'm going to give them so much content of me just being this ratchet person at times that they are going to completely forget about our relationship and just, you know, because if you notice, Heavenly is in so much mess to the point where the show is like, she's entertaining, she brings the drama that we need. So what? There's no reason going digging in her marriage and trying to focus on her marriage or trying to even notice if there's anything going on, you know? So in their household or behind closed doors. Now, I know that her husband don't play, okay? He don't play that. So either Mariah have receipts, either Heavenly, because she did say this is the season where she's going to open up more about her marriage. She understands that she's very close off. She said that last season. So either Mariah have receipts, somebody's going to show up to confirm Mariah claims, or Heavenly is going to come out and say, you know what? Yes, there it is. Damien and I were not perfect. We've had our ups and downs. Things is happening in our marriage. This is the reason why I didn't want to talk about it. Or Damien's going to turn around and be very mad. And, maybe they have in the contract that they can't sue each other. Because the way how he carried himself and try to behave like, he's like just the best among everybody, and even like the Simone be all over him, I can guarantee you he's going to try to take that whole accusation to the next level. Or he might just be chilled about it and be like, let Mariah talk. I didn't do nothing, so she's a liar. And just try to play it off. But we shall see. That in the last video, there's going to be more tears, more drama. It was very nice of Toya that even after her son being in a hospital, she showed up. Now, there's this part with people saying they're going to keep quiet out the group and all of that. These ladies, I mean, don't throw karma out there, because Quad is going through a lot, and I'm shocked that I'm even trying to be here for Quad. But man, have those tables turned. But it's crazy that it's crazy how they behave, though. I would like to see more of that, to see what's going on. But it's crazy how when someone is going through a lot, let them come to you. Chill. Like, what's up, Quad? It's me. I just want you to know that I love you and I'm here for you whenever you're ready. That's what friends do. I love you and I'm here for you whenever you're ready. Know that you're not in this alone, and I have your back whenever. And then you leave them alone. And then every once in a while, you reach out. I understand it's a TV show and y'all ain't got all that time. I get it. But the last thing you want to do is pressure your friend, bombard your friend, because they want to come to you for peace. At this point in time, you are their refuge. They don't want to walk into a war zone and feel attacked. They're already being attacked at home. They're coming to you for comfort, for peace, for a listening ear, not for you. Listen, man, I know every scripture in the Bible. I have read the Bible from cover to cover. I know with God all things are possible. I know weeping may endure in the night, but joy comes in the morning. I know after the rain, the sun will shine again. I know all of those things. I know that God make all things beautiful in His time. I know that no weapons formed against me shall prosper. I know that I'm blessed and highly favored. I know all of these things. Yes, I'm preaching right now, but in my moment and when I'm having a moment, because I'm positive and I know the God bless attitude, being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. But sometimes, don't preach to me. You know what I'm saying? I know all of these things. I just need you to listen and be my friend. That's it. Don't preach to me, because everything you're about to throw at me, I know. Sometimes people just have their moments. Yes, God is going to come. He got my back. I know. I just need you to just be here for me in this moment. Sit there, lay there, and listen. Okay? So I think that's what Quad is going through. Like, yeah, just chill. If I want to be quiet today, let me be quiet. If I don't want to talk about it, let me not talk about it. But like I said, I get it. It's a TV show. Ain't nobody got time for be quiet. What's up, girl? What's going on? Tell us. I get it. They're trying to make a show. Yes, I said a lot, but I know, because I sometimes would just listen to my friends and I would let them know, look, I'm quiet because I'm just listening. If you want me to respond and go there, I'll go there. But at this point, I'm just here for you. Vent all you want, child. Let it out. I'm here for you. Yeah. So anyways, I used to have a channel called Vent to Vina, is my charity. I placed it on hold because I'm working on certain things for that channel. But yeah, where I would vent about things going on in today's society, but then it was also flipped where people would vent to me seeking advices and things like that. So I would definitely be bringing that channel back, but I just wanted to focus on my news channel, and I'm working on some things before I bring Ventavena back. For those of you who are old Ventavena subscribers, shout out to all of you. There's nothing on that page. Most of the videos I put on private, and I just have a video letting you guys know, hey, I have a new channel now. So yeah, so that whole thing, we're gonna kick you out of the group because you don't want to talk about it and all of that. Yeah, that's just terrible. But I'm sure there's something bigger and deeper behind it, and hopefully we'll get to see more of it. But I didn't like that. But then again, people are screaming karma because it was almost the same way how it was worse the way how they treated Mariah. But you're screaming karma, I get it, because what she and Mariah went through, and how she turned her back, took the middle spot, and basically it was like Mariah kick rocks with her open toe shoes. I understand. I understand where you guys are coming from when you're screaming karma. What else? Toya, glad to see that she and her husband still trying to stay healthy and all of that. So, that's good. Eugene is still funny. Aiden, he was in the episode for a few seconds. So, Caesar's trying, like the Simones hanging in there. People were like, oh my God, they did all of that just for a storyline. Nah, I think that was real. Everything it went through was real. But, he's trying, and we shall see. So hopefully they're able to work it out. Nice to see Jackie and Curtis still hanging in there. All right, and that's about it, man. I don't think I missed anything important or drastic. I'm glad that Toya's son is okay. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end here, my Vina loves. Thank you all for the love and support. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on your notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. And remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.